My friends, that's the end of Shield Hero. It's Shield Hero Season 4, Episode 12, and I'm gonna be real. I feel really... not vindicated. Vindicated is not the word. I feel really satisfied. I think that's the word. Let's go with that. I feel satisfied by the end of the season. Like, I feel like this was a good ending episode, right? Like, the canon events that happen is the prior emperor takes down the pink hair lady, Raphtalia. She takes down the pink hair lady. The pink hair lady turns into a ghost. I mean, I'm not gonna get into the weeds about what in the world happened, but she turns into a ghost or something and tries to take over the body of the emperor. Tries to take over the body of Raphtalia as well. Doesn't work. They do some ghosty moves and essentially they kill her. Okay, and then the emperor, or the previous empress, I guess you could say, now wants to pass the mantle. So she wants to pass the mantle to Raphtalia, but she wants to make sure that she can feel comfortable doing that. So she challenges her. Raphtalia takes her on. They have frankly, I thought it was a really good fight. They had a really good fight. I thought it was entertaining. I thought it was well drawn, well executed. I think the animation was good. No 3D funkiness. I thought it was a good episode overall. My dog, to look at her. She's excited. And I thought it was a good fight in the episode that we don't always get in Shield Hero. So that's the thing. So she conquers the past Empress, and then she has a final conversation with her, and she was like, the Empress's job is to be be able to whoop the hero's ass. And apparently there's a lot of people like that. They need to whip the hero's ass in case they get out of line. Essentially, that's her job, and she's passing that job to Raphtalia, basically saying like, hey, if your boy ever gets out of line, whip that ass. So I was like, all right, that's cool. Then the current emperor, he's a kid, maybe related to Raphtalia. They didn't really, handle that too well. But essentially, they're not going to kill a child. He's just dumb. So they save him, and he's going to get sent back to Naofumi's village. He's just going to go get to be a kid, and, maybe he'll have an important part in 𝐜𝐴𝐚𝐧𝐧𝐞𝐥. And Raphtalia is going to come back to 𝐜𝐴𝐚𝐧𝐽 periodically to, make Empress-ass decisions. But there's a bigger threat right now, not only for 𝐜𝐴𝐚𝐧𝐽, but for the world that needs to be handled first, which is the Phoenix. Now, before I talk about that, the other portion of this episode is Bitch. So Motoyasu attempted to kill Bitch, but her fingers were still twitchy and tumbling and whatever. So he didn't quite kill her, but he saw her as a piggy. So he's lost the plot. He's in his own world at this point. I don't even know how to explain it. Motoyasu is he's seeing the world different now. But he runs into Bitch. She, cries and whatever, and he just like, what-da-da-da. But he didn't quite finish the job. So there's that. And then the last thing I'll say is the Phoenix. So we get them, Naofumi's like, oh, there's a bigger thing, the Phoenix. And they're like, oh, yeah. And then they decided to show us a preview for Season 5. So basically, they low-key announced Season 5. That's cool. I don't quite think we needed the preview, though, because they showed Naofumi, crying, going like, once again, which he's done before, where he's gotten into his, berserk shield or the, evil shield. I can't believe it. You touched my Raphtalia. Not my Bulma. He had one of those Vegeta moments. And it basically shows a preview of him having that again. So, with him being so disattached from this world, but still trying to have his motivations, it's always weird how he reacts like that. I get he cares for these people, but at the same time, he wants to leave them as well and go back to his world. So does he really care? It's a weird question to ask. And frankly, if you haven't read the source material like me, and you haven't finished it or whatever, we don't really have an answer to that question. It's like, does he actually care? And if he does, he should stay. So that's kind of the thing there. So I don't know. Something's going to happen to somebody, whether it's Raphtalia or Philo or, one of the other various characters. Something's going to happen to where it makes him go berserk again. Will somebody die? Probably not, but they'll be close. And so we get him going into another kingdom or, another place. And there's other looming threats as well as the Phoenix, which is what we're going to get in Season 5. Which also should just have been Season 4. Season 4 should just be 2 cores, 24 episodes. There shouldn't be a Season 5. I think it's kind of BS, but regardless, that's going to be Season 5 for whenever that ends up coming out. Let's see if we Shield Hero season 5. Let's just see if we have any news here. Okay, so Crunchyroll posted. So let me take you guys on this journey over here. So Crunchyroll actually posted that the season 5 stuff. So, you know, hey, which is just the preview that we saw here, you know, where, you know, somebody gets pierced or something, then he goes, so here's the season 5 announcement stuff. So basically Kadokawa announced the launch of his first global game, Rising the Shield Hero, some bullshit mobile game stuff. So where's season 5? So they basically just announced it, but no release date. Season 5 announcement. And then they have this here. Let's see if we can go over to this Twitter. Let's see if we can just get it. I want you to translate this in English. Page source. No, my ad blocker's on. There it is. Translate. Season 4 broadcasting. So basically, they didn't say nothing. They're just announcing season 5, but it doesn't look like they're announcing any kind of date. So that is what it is, my friends. So anyways, yeah, let me know what you guys think about the final episode. Season 5 is looming. Season 5 is on the way, but yeah, this was a good episode. I think it was a 9 out of 10 ending. I think they ended exactly like I wanted. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week, and you guys have a good rest of, or I'll see you next season, as tomorrow I'll be filming what we're gonna watch in fall. So make sure you guys check me out for that, and then I'll see you for any other videos that you happen to click on from me. Right? If you hit me with a like before you guys leave to show me some love, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.